Test. Okay, got audio connected. All right, November 24th. Quiet day on the river. Extremely quiet. There was one ship I want to see though. So, all right, let's wait for everybody to roll in. Hey Toast, hey Uthi. Started early. Yeah, it's always an estimate, of course, on the YouTube. I'm not gonna sit for half an hour just waiting for it to hit 12:30. Let me check some stuff. Okay, cool. It just left the sluice, so it should be here in like 2-ish hours. Cool. So yeah, a very quiet day on the river, but there is a quite, how would I say it, a typical container ship leaving the port. I've seen it before, but I've never been able to catch one on stream. So it's a container boat, but it looks a bit different than all the other usual container boats. So that's going to be our main target for today. It's not a specifically big one. No! Cracky, too early. I was still setting up.
Just subscribed. 64 months.
Dude,
Hey.
64 months. What a number. Thank you, dude. Welcome. Mehanme, hello. Wait, was it a 6-monther again? I do know Twitch is doing the big discounts again on like multi-month subs, so could be a good time to do it. Too early. Wait, let's do the ship horn. What a pretty ship horn.
Just subscribed. 64 months. Hey.
Thanks, dude. The continuous support. Yeah, so I was mumbling a little bit. Yeah, not too many ships coming in at all. The radar looks very bleak. So yeah, we'll see what we can see. But yeah, the weather's super, super nice. It's crazy how warm it is compared to the last 2 days. It's like on the edge of not wearing a jacket even. If there wasn't any wind, I wouldn't have to wear a jacket. We do have this one coming in. I think the AI already caught it. Oh, that's the one that I saw coming all the way from South Africa. The Bow Sky. Also, visibility is super, super good today. Let's do a quick little pan around. I do wonder, what is that thing over there? It's not like that big. Is it like a massive conveyor belt? Please focus on the thing behind it. Or like a big ass crane thing, the red thing in the distance. So yeah, very clear view today. Let's see if there's anything coming from Antwerp. Can't see anything with the naked eye. Of course, we always have a few small inlanders. No, another inland ship over there. I think that one is leaving. Yeah, that one's going away from us. Keep panning. That is a city in the distance. That is a container ship. Yeah, I think that one. Yeah, that one's coming our way. Okay, something. It's coming from Antwerp. And then let's check from the sea. Is that something behind the? No, that's just the village, the city. Okay, never mind. Totally abusing. That one is also going away. That's a crane ship that's on the move. Not sure where that one is coming from or going. Let's check on radar for that one in a minute. It's definitely moving. I'm not sure if it's just moving within the port. That would be cool to catch. It would be a nice surprise. And then yeah, another small general cargo ship, I think. So yeah, not much. Let's check. What was that crane thing I saw? Officially, there's nothing moving over there. Oh wait, there is. Is that the Victor Horta? No. No, that one is also stationary. Huh. I don't see it on radar, the crane. What the hell? Let's try the other app. Nope, I don't see it on radar. That's interesting. Big crane, not on radar. Let's take one more look at it. Where was that? Where did we see it? Wait, where did I see it? It wasn't the city there, right? Zoom in. Yeah, it's over there. Oh wait, it's maybe further away from the city? Hang on. The mystery of the crane. Where does it come from? Why is it not appearing on AIS? Yeah, I do not see it. Is it that one? No, that's not it. There's a crane ship there called the North Sea Giant 5, but that one is moored. Also doesn't look like that's the ship that we're looking at, the big crane thing. Hey Stutler, is it the ship though? I mean, it looks like it's moving like a ship. That would be a massive crane to just drive forward, right? It could be a crane, but wow. Maybe we should go over there. Maybe it is the North Sea Giant now that I look at it. Let's check again. No, it's not the North Sea Giant. The mystery. Well, I'll keep an eye on it. We'll check again in a little bit. Oh, that's a cool emote. That's fitting for our view. Yeah, now that I'm sitting still, it is a bit chilly still. Look at that. I'm gonna put on gloves just to keep myself warm. Yeah, where's the gloves? I think they're still in the car. Wait, that's, oh, here they are. Oh, Toast, the Jaeger arrow that you posted that we missed yesterday, I saw it docked. I drove by it when I drove here today. And I also saw the river drone that we saw on stream yesterday, like the little inland ship with the steering cabin in the front, and it is actually in the front of the ship. I also drove by that one. Hey Lunette. Welcome in everyone. On this beautiful but very windy Sunday. But yeah, it's nice and warm out. It's 15 degrees on the thermometer when I arrived. So very warm for this time of year. We went from very cold to very warm. Hang on, I need to still do one cable thingy. We might have a black screen for a second or something. There we go. Okay, got it. It's nuts, I know. What does the overlay say? Let me reload it. Temperature overlay. It should reload it. The wind has died down? No, it's very, very windy still, but it's a warm wind. I guess because it's a southern wind. But what I saw from the weather reports, apparently it's the heat front or the warm front from Storm Pole that hit us. That's why it's so warm here now. Hey Matthew, ahoy matey. Welcome on this quiet day. It's very quiet on the river for everybody who just rolled in. But there's one distinct container ship that I would like to catch today, which has just left the port in Antwerp. So yeah, it should be here in another hour and a half, maybe 2. I believe this one goes pretty fast, so it's probably going to be an hour and a half. Until then, we'll see what we can catch. Looks like the tide is pulling back now. Water has already pulled back significantly in the last, how long have we been live? 10 minutes. Hey Dutch fella. Good afternoon, everyone. Look at all the tankers on the deck for this one. It's very enjoyable to be outside though, so that's neat. Get some water. They also let me mount the phone again. I really liked the mounting technique I used yesterday. Yeah, I mounted it here. Let me slide it in. And then we lock it in. There we go. Beautiful. Good. Oh, boat. Stay in frame, please. The Bow Sky, coming all the way from South Africa, straight to Antwerp. Is it a company called Dofjal or Ufjal? Ufjal tankers. She's looking very clean, no rust. She spent 22 days at sea. There you go. She must have been in dry dock not too long ago. Because she looks in pristine condition. A little bit of wear and tear on it. Well, very minimal. See that there's a lot of wind on the bow. It's blowing away the waves. You can literally see some like mist, some water vapor being created by the wind. Hey Susie, good afternoon. Coffee would go well with this ship. I didn't bring tea for the first time in a while. Felt like it wasn't needed. Just have a bottle of water now. Look at all the installations on board. It's like these big tankers, and then I'm not sure if these are. And this is also some kind of installation. The white. What is on there? Yeah. Let's do a little zoom. No naked lights? Okay. That'll be loaded on this ship. No smoking, no other transport, no mobile phones. Ooh. What are naked lights? That's interesting. Oh, it's Oddfjell tankers. Oh, naked flame, no, open flames. Okay, lighters. Okay, I gotcha. Gotcha. It's like naked flame, naked light. Yeah, naked flames, basically. So you gotta light your cigarette there with an electric lighter. Bergen, Norway is its home base. She's well looked after. Yeah, she looks very pristine. I think she had maintenance very recently. Built in 2005, so she does. She's 19 years old. She doesn't look 19 years old at all. This little inland tanker, probably. Waves are hitting it a little bit if you look at the front, but it's nothing compared to Friday. For those of you who were here on Friday, we had some crazy waves happening. Oh, the HDMI field monitor arrived, by the way, but I wasn't able to set everything up, so I came out without it. And I'll look into it this week, and then next stream will be on Friday next week again. Yeah, waves are hitting it a little bit. There's also this tiny one. What are you, tiny ship? See a container ship behind it appearing on the horizon. AFK for a bit, that's cool. Let me look at what this thing is, I'm curious. Oh yeah, the specific container ship I wanted to see is definitely hauling ass. So it's gonna come here pretty soon. This is the Aquarius, that little one. The type is other. But it doesn't seem like it can do much. It's like a little, I don't know what it is. There's a little crane on board. Potable water, really? Huh. Wait, so this can then bunker potable water to the ships, basically? Correct. Ah. Well, there's still no smoking on board. Dude, this zoom. I see a little, I think it's a general cargo ship now coming from the coast. And then we do have two ships coming from Antwerp. Wow, the wind is really hammering down again. Car is wobbling. Another inlander coming by. This one has his antenna up. That's something you don't see that often. The Mozart. Big antenna on it. Is that a tanker? Has to be a tanker. Let me check. The Mozart. It's a tanker. Yep. Oh, it has one of those bridges. The bridge, if it needs to, it can go up. There it is. Destination not available. Again, aligning the camera. There we go. That's a lot better. Maybe. Probably in a minute it will be tilted again. I still haven't gotten the hang of aligning this thing properly. Oh wow. This boat is drifting. Look at it. This is the wind is coming from hitting the side now. Look at that. The wind is almost pushing it sideways. There's a strong wind, so I would even say that the wind is stronger than yesterday, but not as cold, so that's neat. Drift from turning, yes, true. So for all the Twitchers out there, we're joined by Steven Seagull again today. He's pretty close today. He's right over there. Looks like he's bathing a little bit. Enjoying his time standing in the water. Another inland ship coming out. Here she goes. Let's check her drift. Life is easier for I wonder how much birds like struggle with the cold. I would think if it's too cold for them, they go south. So all these birds are kind of okay with it. I think, maybe. The ZZ, Dutch name. From Ghent to Antwerp. A little tanker. So in terms of Eakandas, in terms of bigger ships, we got two boys over there. There was wait, is that the container ship that we saw? Yeah. Ooh. The container ship has shrunken. And then looking at the coast, got that thing on the way. Looks like a general cargo from what I can see. And then yeah, there's a specific container ship on the way from Antwerp that I want to catch. So that's the main goal for today. But yeah, as I said in the beginning, it's a very quiet day on the river. It's also the reason why I only started at like noon, because in the morning it was even more dead, I feel like. Well, it's not as it's gonna pick up spectacularly later today. Check the radar again for a minute. Let's see, what do we have? Yeah, there's virtually nothing coming in from the coast. Yeah, absolutely nothing. The Begonia Seaway is on the way again, so maybe we can catch that one near the end of the stream. But I think she's also like 2 hours out. Same up there. Oh, dude, the difference is nuts. It's so much warmer. Oh, the MSC Loretta is on the way. We might be able to catch that one. Oh no, we might want to rename that emote toast. I don't like that there's emotes in that message. think you can, you did try? Well, I'll check. I have another, it works, but it's finicky. I've done it before. I think you have to rename it before you add it, or something. Okay, so the Loretta is on the way. That's a 300-meter ship. Which she's also still an hour out at least, an hour and 2 hours out. That could be one to catch for sure. We've seen Loretta on stream before, I think. I feel like I talked about Loretta. And the main ship that I wanted to see, or show you guys, because I've seen it before, is the Atlantic Sun. It's a container ship, but it's a typical shape for a container ship. It's done. I see it. Yeah, cool. Sweet Loretta. But yeah, definitely a more quiet day. A lot less excitement than yesterday with the 400-meter one that we had. That's a good emote. Was that already in 7 TV or did you make it? Nah. Probably was in there because you renamed it. Ah, cool. I wish Twitch would give you options for wide emotes like that, so I could have my own cool cargo ship emotes. But we'll do it with Wyver Bulge for now. Yeah, so far still very quiet on the river. But I think the visibility has been, I don't know if we had a stream in weeks where it has been this clear, the visibility. You can clearly see the nuclear power plant towers, the cooling towers in the distance. Yeah, I think our first container ship will be this one coming our way. Combine emotes together, it doesn't look as good in my opinion. You could do it maybe for one ship, but this is the Stines Passat on the way to New Orleans. Wow. It's a destination we haven't had yet. General cargo ship, 144 meters, 23, so yeah, small cargo ship. Currently sailing 11 knots under the Antigua and Barbuda flag. Oh, the Stines going for the, okay, that's the one on the left. Okay, never mind. Is this, what is this? Is this an MSC ship? Looks like it. Yes, it's an MSC. I can see now. Wonder if I ever could make the digital zoom not square, but like the same ratio as the regular. Let's try settings. Shooting mode. What is this thing? Digital image stabilization is on. This is the light balance, I think. Just messing with camera settings. I have some time. Yeah, let's not mess with that. Let's keep it at auto. Autofocus, vehicle tracking. No. Don't see any settings for the digital zoom. Hey Viking, good afternoon. Is there any setting here that I could like tweak now? Let's see. I don't think I can. Nope. Nope. Okay. Good afternoon, Chef Dave. Welcome to a nice and quiet day on the river. Well, if we just rolled in, I'm waiting for a specific container ship coming from Antwerp. Our main goal of the day. Maybe I should have added it to the title, the name. Waiting for the Sun Express. Or what is the name again? Something with Sun. seems to be picking up a bit. Let's get some water down. Oh, so we're looking at the MSC Abigail. Mia Summer, that were no, it's something with sun. It's still near the port, but it is already on the river now. It's an ACL ship. So this is the Abigail F going to Oslo. Okay. 147 meters, 23, 8 meters in the water, sailing at 50 knots. She's hauling. Liberia flag. No, the ship that I really wanted to catch is called the let's see. Not the Eva Sunrise, no. No. Wait, where did she go? Is that her? There she is. The Atlantic Sun. The Atlantic Sun is the one that I really want to. It's a 300, just below 300 meter ship. But they look really cool. I've seen them before, but not on stream. So that's one that we're waiting for. Maybe I should have added 300 meter Atlantic Sun. Because apparently adding the length of a ship to the title helps for pulling in new viewers. What is that thing over there? There's another ship coming. There. That's also a small container ship by the looks of it. Oh, another MSC. We'll see her in a little bit. That's the summer too. Okay, gotcha. What speed was the Atlantic Sun going? 7 knots. It might pick up speed in a little bit though. Oh, we're running ads. Gotta be quiet now. Just kidding. I haven't checked coming from Ghent, but I drove all the way past the canal coming here and I didn't see any big ship on the way, so I don't think anything big will leave Ghent either. We can check though. Nope. And I do see two tugboats that are on the way to Ghent, but yeah, by the time they pull out a ship towards here, it's gonna be hours. Also don't see many big ships near Ghent. What would they be picking up, the two tugboats? Anyway, alright. It's mostly ASMR relaxed today. Oh, the crane thing is in the water now. Yeah, the Seaways one. Yeah, that's one that we see very. Are we good now? think I bumped into a button. Okay. Hang on. Looking into some stuff.
Giant Tree 63 just subscribed. 1 month.
All right, I think we're back, right? Yeah. I switched out a cable again. I don't trust these cables anymore. That was odd. Okay, anyway. This is the general cargo ship that's coming our way. Dude, I missed the sub while we had the tech problems. Giant Ray, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate the support for the channel. Thank you. So this one came from New Orleans. Wow. All the way from New Orleans to Antwerp. Cool. Okay, cool. That's an interesting issue that I had with the cable. Hey, look, there is tightly screwed in. I gotta say, the ships look so much better when there's a bit of sunshine on them. Good morning, Hans. Well, good afternoon, Hans. It's 1 p.m. almost. It's evening for you. There you go. Yeah, I always have to say good morning, good evening, and good night. Oh, you watched the Formula One. Gotcha. Good morning, good afternoon, Suzanne. I'm so used to saying good morning to people. I don't know why. "20 days from New Orleans to Antwerp." That's not too bad. I would do that. 20 days on a boat. Bring a lot of books or something, because I assume there's not... Well, I don't know. Most ships should have Starlink these days, right? Or some kind of satellite internet. Three cranes on it. It was general cargo, right? Yeah, general cargo ship. This can load all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, I was just before we had the tech pulse, I wanted to check. So we saw this massive crane move earlier. Oh no, that's not what we want. Hang on. Is it still moving, or I think it stopped moving now? So we weren't sure if this was a ship or if it was on land, but I think it stopped moving. We also didn't find it on radar, so I'm gonna assume this is a crane that's maybe there on the land. It's a big boy though. Nope, it's fine. This one also has a container capacity 900. What? How? Where do those 450 containers go? Wow. Let the outside warmth. Yeah, it's really nice outside. Except for the wind, it's really, really good. We also have the container ship here. This was the Abigail F. Well, I guess if you put, yeah, I guess with 400 containers. It's always, the number is always crazy to me. Even on these small boats, you wouldn't say that there's gonna be 500 or 450 containers on these ships. But then again, if you have the very big ones, there's thousands of them, right? Yeah, this is on 1,100 TU. Right to say hi to the captain. Not much to see there. Oh, there's someone. Hello, sir. Depends on the container size. Yeah, so there's two standard sizes, right? There's the TEU, which is a 20-foot unit, and then there's the FEU, which is the 40-foot unit. So it's basically TEU divided by 2. I feel like if somebody says container, most people will think of the 20-foot units, which are the ones in the middle here. But here, just next to the superstructure, there are these 20-foot unit. So that's the small ones. Good ship to talk about the containers. It has both of them. So another small thing to note, you can never place a 40-foot unit, so a large one, on top of two. No, I'm mistaken. You can never place two small ones on top of a large one, because then the locking mechanisms wouldn't work. I have a friend in a new MAN BMW ship engines. Often in Asia, yeah, that's where all the building goes on. That's one of the big shipbuilders. Yeah. Does a car fit in a small one? A small car, I think, will. Definitely. I remember on YouTube there was a guy that ran all the way across Africa, and that man shipped a van from the UK to South Africa to start his run across Africa. So even a van can fit. It barely fitted, but a van can fit in a container. TU is about 6 meters. Yeah, there you go. The crane ship can be the Gulliver? Let me check. Gulliver. There's a lot of crane stuff in Vlissingen, I saw. Let's see. Here. It's hard to tell. Gulliver. Why there's so many ships here stacked on top of each other? Neptune. Oh, sorry. You don't have this kind of ships in the Frisian canals? No, I can imagine. Yesterday we saw a very large one, 400 meters. Okay, Silver Molly. Then we have this. I'm gonna say this is an LPG tanker. I'm not too sure. I'm sure the AI can tell us. Hey, Trap. Maybe faster to just type in Gulliver. Gulliver. Sailing vessels. Crane ship, Vlissingen. Yeah, I don't think that's it actually, the Gulliver. The crane structure looks different. A chemical oil tanker. I was wrong. So this one is 169, nice, meters long. 25 meters wide, 9.5 meters under the waterline. So it's going to Rouen in France. Lovely city. I've been there once when I was a high school kid, but I don't remember anything from that. It was a school trip, so you usually forget a lot of stuff from those things. It's very quiet today, and I hear the birds squeak every once in a while. It's super nice. Deadweight tonnage, 24,000. Small containers for transporting steel rolls. Mm-hmm. How many rolls do you fit in one container? Or is like one already the limit for the weight limit? You just made it, Salt, the joke. The R-rated joke. It's quite nice to watch. Yeah, it relaxes me. That's the main reason I come here and do this. I love seeing the ships. It's cool, and we're going to see a very interesting one later. But it's just relaxing sitting here. Only one because of late. Yeah, I can imagine. There's actually a massive steel factory up the river towards Ghent, ArcelorMittal. I wonder if how they transport their rolls. I don't actually know. I've never seen their rolls on trucks. Interesting. I have family that works there, so I can ask. Curious now. Got the water reflecting in her hull. It looks neat. Well, it's more like the sun probably reflecting. I can wear shorts. Nah, the wind is making it chillier than 16. If there would be no wind, it would be super. It would be t-shirt weather, honestly. Compared to the last two. Like on Friday I was here, it was super windy and there were some small ships that really had to like battle the waves. Compared to today, it's a whole different world. We now have zoom emotes. Zoom zoom. Also in Friesland. Did it also warm up there? You guys also warmer now? It's just the difference between yesterday and today in temperature is so crazy that overnight it can heat up like 12, 13, 14 degrees compared to yesterday. Who's complaining about global warming? It's about 12 now there. Okay, a little bit chillier than here, but still enjoyable winter weather. There's an emote in the command now. Oh, you might have to rename it, Toast. That's the only thing I don't like about some channels have all these like third-party emotes, those 7TV emotes. This will say nothing for the people on YouTube, but and then when you type a regular sentence, you suddenly get an emote instead of a sentence. That annoys the hell out of me. It reminds me of the early 2000s when everybody was using Microsoft Messenger, MSN, and you also had like all these third-party emotes, and you would be chatting to somebody and it would be like all emotes, the whole sentence, because all the words were translated to emotes. MSN. It's actually my my message ringtone, the MSN Tululu. Wait, can I? I think I can let you guys hear it. Some of you will be very nostalgic when I do this. Sounds? Wait, how can I listen to my own sounds? How does that work? Oh, I need to put on sound first? Okay. Oh no, wait. Where did my messenger thing go? It's the Power Rangers now. Guess I changed it without realizing? Huh. Well, it used to be it used to be the Microsoft Messenger. Apparently it's the Power Rangers now. Can't even remember doing that. Your old ICQ number. I don't remember my number, but I've had it, yeah. Hashtag add me, Toast. Hashtag add me. You guys. Although my sub sound now is pretty similar to the startup sound of ICQ. It's not exactly the same, but ICQ closed down. I think it closed not that long ago though. I feel like it's been active for a long time. We had ICQ, then we all went to Messenger, then a little bit of Skype, because Microsoft bought Skype, and then yeah, they ruined Messenger with Skype. And then I remember TeamSpeak. I've used TeamSpeak for a while. And then I think WhatsApp kind of came on. Okay, let me see where our main target for today is. Hives. Yeah, the social media sites, we had a few others as well. Here we had Netlog, Look and Meet, Redbox was one of them. They're all kind of like these dating profile type websites. Okay, the Atlantic Sun is picking up speed now, 11 knots. Good. We were forbidden from playing Power Rangers because it was some kid had died playing it. Yeah. Can you show the crane again? I can. Blue sky will not be a thing. There's like all this hype now about people going to blue sky, just like there was hype about people going to what was it, Mastodon a year ago, and then it all just dies down again. That's the crane that I'm looking at. Well, I still don't know what it is. Wait, is it moving again? It looks like it's moving, but I don't think it's moving. No, it's not moving. Only Dutch people know about hives. I know about hives. It was a little bit known in Belgium, but not as known. The Erda platform, there's a few platforms there, but no, the Erda should be somewhere over there. But it's decommissioned, so I assume they might, I don't know, pull it apart or something. So it might be one of these two. I don't see any other platforms in right now. Or they may be repurposing it or something. But one of these two should be Erda. The one that we saw come in. I think it's the second one, the furthest one. I assume in Dutch. I'm Belgian, but I live next to the border, so I'm half Dutch. Oh, the container ship is on the way. Am I near Antwerp? No, location, if you want to know exactly where I am, it's to the news and exclamation mark location. There it is. This is the MSC Mia Summer, 215 meters long. They're growing. We're getting bigger and bigger ships. It's 26 meters wide, currently 10.9 meters under the water. In the water, not under the water. Is the Matador tree really? No, the Matador tree is not that big. It's not it. Can be, Susie. The Matador tree is usually parked around the corner here, so I've seen it many, many times. I would be surprised. Nah, I don't think that's it. It's not that big. What was it? Oh, this one is built in 1999. That's an oldie. In ship years, at least. So it seems to have an interesting bridge structure. Built in Kiel. Belgian spots in the Netherlands. I mean, my whole life, I've never known that this is, so the Schengen zone has been here my whole life that I've been aware of. So for me, coming and going to the Netherlands is just like going to any other place near me. I know the Matador is in Vlissingen, yeah, I saw it on the radar. And I didn't see it here around the corner when I came in. No, I'm manually panning, May. I do have a nice tripod with a fluid head, which should make the panning as smooth as possible, but yeah, I'm still a little bit stuttery at times. Also, the zoom is also me manually twisting the lens. I'll see some difference after December 9th. What do you mean, EG? Is that when the tunnel becomes toll-free? Permanently? Will it be more Dutch here then? Oh no, you mean the border checks? Nah, I'm not gonna have any issues with that. They're not interested in checking this border. Yeah, you have the tunnel, and I think starting from 2025, the tunnel that's underneath the canal, the river here, will become toll-free. It's been a toll tunnel for the past X years, but it's gonna become free, so people will be able to move more easily between. Somebody said that this part of the Netherlands is paywalled from the rest of the Netherlands for cars, because you had to pay a toll to go through the tunnel, or drive all the way through Belgium. You saw the Matador. Yeah, the Matador is cool. We've seen it come by here. Does that mean I can do a spotting stream? In theory I can, but I wouldn't know why, because the ships come closer here than they do on the other side. Like if I go stand over there, the ships would just be, where's the thing that EG was? There. The ships are just very far away, right? There's no point in going there. There's other spots up the river towards Antwerp though that I want to check out, but again, I'm waiting for the spring probably to do that, because I can't sit in my car on those spots. I have to like pick up all my stuff and walk over to the water. But you can get like 50 meters away from the big ships there, so. And then there's also another spot along the river where they like come directly towards you, and straight in front of you they have to make quite a sharp turn. It's a notorious corner for, according to the pilots, the corner of Bath. And in history there have been a few ships that stranded there because they missed their turn or something. It is free from January 1st, yeah, there you go. Now, you can go for free through Belgium, but it's a huge detour, right? So imagine if you live here and you have to go to the other side of the river and you don't want to pay a toll, right? So the other side of Whoa!
120 pounds just subscribed.
Yo!
28 month. Live in the marine life ever hey.
120 pounds. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the support. Thank you. 28 months. Long time. Okay, so let's recap. Let's imagine I want to go to the beach on the other side there. Is there a beach? No, there's a little town there. I want to go to church there, but I don't want to pay toll. So there is a tunnel underneath, but I don't want to pay toll. That means I have to drive all the way around through Antwerp, the whole ring of Antwerp, go all the way around the big city, all the way. I think it's like an hour and a half drive from here. Well, you can literally see it on the other side, but it's an hour and a half drive, or you have to pay a toll tunnel right now. That's why they said that the Netherlands is paywalled. Well, this part is paywalled from the rest of the Netherlands. How much is a toll? I don't know. I think I've only took it once, but that was years ago. Maybe EG knows more. So now that it will become free for cars, everybody's now saying like, oh, it should only have been free for people who live here. It's like, dude, it's free now, stop complaining. It's €5, there you go. Why is it not prolongated? I guess they didn't like, the people here didn't like paying for going to the other side. It's €3 with a T-tag. Although I think trucks will still have to pay toll to go through it. So it's only free for cars, and also I think camper vans and stuff like that are also free. But trucks will still have to pay. So, and then they're coming, the Procyon? It's an interesting name, Procyon. Is that with the truck? Yeah, the truck, yeah. If you're a truck driver, you have to pay toll on Belgian highways. Yeah. So you drove through Terneuzen. Belgium within 45 minutes fast. It's crazy. The C is pronounced as in cheese. The Procyon. Going to Vlissingen. The Procyon. I actually like that it's this quiet on the river today. It gives me time to focus on each ship that comes by. I don't have to pick. I see a bulk carrier in the distance as well, approaching from Antwerp. Why would I go through the tunnel? There's no reason for it. The ships come closer to this side of the river. You don't have the toll box thing. Yeah. So, then it's indeed annoying. So you can see where I was standing. I can see your footprints in the sand. All of the MSC ships have this usually. A little MSC logo on the front. Oh, you mean the top plate actually, to like give it an aerodynamic look like that. That's probably what you mean. The top plate, or is it just a logo? No, a plate. A lot of ships have this actually. Not all of them, but a lot do. It's an interesting bridge on this thing though. It's like, is it rounded? Yeah, look, the superstructure is like rounded to make it more aerodynamic. And then there's the bridge above that. She's faster at the spoiler. She does have a... Dude, there's many interesting things about it. Also her what's the name again? The side of the ship where it's the hull. Akandas said it before. Akandas, how is it called? The free something? The free deck? Damn it, I forgot. You used it last on Friday. I forgot the freeboard, yeah. Like the freeboard goes up and then it like goes diagonally down where the superstructure is. It's a very interesting design, this ship. The bow can handle ice? I'm not sure about that. The freeboard, I gotta remember it. Freeboard. Oh, wind gust. Loof and toast to get a room together. Maybe make it a karaoke room. Her paint is looking fresh though. I like her colors. The black is looking fresh. Also the white letters are looking very fresh. Hey Pete, a fellow ship spotter. Hell yeah. Glad you found the channel on YouTube. Let's take a look at that superstructure. Yeah, look at the curve on it. That looks good. Did we catch where this one was going? Let me see. Let me scroll up. Oh, she's going to Vigo in Spain. So you can clearly see the freeboard like curving downwards towards the superstructure. Very interesting design. Immediately the moderators go to the YouTube. Hello. There's a viewer on the YouTube. So for all of you who rolled in, our main target for today is a peculiar container ship, although I would say this is also a very peculiar one. That's 300 meters long, or just under 300 meters long, but it has a very cool shape to it. We'll see that in, I think, an hour and a half-ish. Last dry dock this June. Well, that's probably why the paint looks still pretty fresh. And if she hasn't seen too much rough handling. Indeed, 2 people thought of Tom Petty. Freeboarding. I want to check on that crane again on the other side. Hang on, let's zoom in there. Looks like it moved again. Yeah, it is moving again. Yeah, it was by the... Oh no, wait. Yeah, it's moved. Has it moved? Dude, this crane is fascinating me. I don't know if it's a ship or not, and I don't know if it's moving or not. Maybe it is the Matador. I'm not sure. The radar doesn't tell us anything for this one, so it's a mystery crane. Zoom out. You also think it's a Matador? Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe Sulzi was right. Although I think the Matador looks smaller. It looks so big. Yeah, it's not passing the silo, so it was just me. There she goes. Hey Ian, keeping your watch streak alive? Were you here yesterday? Don't think I caught you yesterday. There goes your watch streak. How are you, Ian? Your favorite chatter? Check on radar where the main ship for the day is, the Atlantic Sun. We should almost see her appear on the horizon. I'll keep my eye out for her. She turned on the afterburner. Smoke starts coming out of the chimney. So I saw, was it MSC? Yeah, I think it was MSC that posted it. They recently received a new ship, a 400-meter container ship, so one of the big boys. But it's dual fuel driven, so it's a methanol and just a regular classic fuel. But what I found the most interesting about that one is it's a 400-meter one, and the superstructure, so the accommodations and the bridge, is all the way at the front of the ship. Always around, all good. Good to hear, buddy. So just like the Marsk that we saw, yeah, I posted it in the Discord, yeah. So it was CMA, CGM, yeah. It was their post that I copied. So I think in a year or 2 years time we'll see them here as well. Exclamation mark Discord probably. The Loretta is picking up a pilot. Yeah, I think we might be able to catch the Loretta as well. She'll probably be the last one of the day, closer. Some are experimenting with like these big metal sails, Dutchy, but there's not a lot of them, I think. Sulzi actually posted a very cool picture of one with sails in the Discord a week or two ago. MSC crushes Royal Caribbean when it comes to cruises. Really? Interesting. Dude, I wish I had the money to go on a cruise, but they're super expensive. The thing is also, if I would go on a cruise, I would at least want a cabin with an outdoor view. So that's already a lot more expensive. I think I see Loretta actually right now. Oh, sorry, that's a bad zoom. Let's go back. I think that's the Loretta. That's on her way. On the horizon. We get so bored on a cruise. There's so much to do on these cruises these days. There's so many facilities. I would love to do one to Norway, honestly. I would love to do that. Maybe one day, when I'm old, because it is an old people's thing mostly, right? Yeah, that's Loretta. We'll see her later, though. She's closer than I thought then. I thought she was further out. Let's go back towards Antwerp. It's a ship spot on a ship. I don't think the connection would be any good though. So I'm checking to see if I can already catch the container ship that I wanted to catch, but I think it's just out of, oh no, that's not gonna work. Not sure, that might be her in the distance, I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll see her later. Oh, sorry, keep bumping into the wrong buttons. There is a bulk carrier coming right now. Wait, no, that's not. There he is. That's the bulk carrier that I was looking for. What do I think of river cruises? They don't appeal to me as much, river cruises. Like, I think the appeal of the cruise ships, the bigger ones, is just how big they are and how much stuff is cramped on them and how much things you can explore just on the ship itself. A river cruise is really just like a room, a dining area, and a sun deck, and that's it, right? You think it's the Gulliver? Somebody also said the Gulliver, Pete, but I don't know, the crane structure seems so not matching to Gulliver, but yeah, could be the angle from where I'm sitting. There's definitely a few cranes over there. Yeah, that's a heavy load carrier. So that's Gulliver. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at pictures of Gulliver. I don't know if it matches. Okay, let's do one more check on the crane, because this one is still, as you can see, pretty far out. Let's figure out this crane mystery. She was moving earlier, so that's a thing. But yeah, so she has like the crane, and then she has the thing sticking out from the top, and I don't see that sticking out thingy on the Gulliver. Unless on all the photos that I see, she's like folded in. No, she's not folded, I think. No. Let's check on the Matador, that's also there. Where's the Matador parked? That one was all the way in the back of the port, right? No. That's at Vlissingen? Yeah, that's Vlissingen port. Why can't I spot Matador? Where is he? There's Turks. Neptune. No, Neptune is one of the offshore support vessels. I'm just gonna type it in, Matador. Is it the Matador 3? Yeah, there he is. Matador 3. Yeah, it's probably the Matador. You're right. You're all right. It's probably the Matador 3 on the way to Antwerp, but it's currently not sailing, right? Yeah, it's. What's its AIS status? Is it moored? It's restricted. Okay. It's interesting though. Hang on, let me zoom out now. Going crazy? Because according to my radar, the Matador should be somewhere over here, near Vlissingen. Or is that all just... It's probably the Matador though. It's the only crane that matches that shape, yeah. Alright, mystery kind of solved, but 99% sure. Let's take a look at some more boats, shall we? Got this inlander coming out. The Breitling, what a cool name. This is definitely a tanker ship. The Breitling is always on time. But is that the Begonia Seaways I see near Vlissingen? Sorry, I'm really going left and right now, but oh, it is the Begonia. Wow, she really made it here fast. All right, we'll catch her as well. She's gonna make a right-hand turn right in front of us later. AI also agrees that it's the Matador 3. Okay, if AI agrees, then we lost everything. I'll look at it, this one. This is going directly into the wind right now, because the wind is coming from the south. And this one is about to enter the canal towards Ghent. So she's going south. It's a nice report.
Waldorf just subscribed.
Dude.
1 month.
Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Sometimes I go to the harbor of it's high on my to-do list to do a ship spotting stream in Rotterdam. It will 100% happen in 2025, and there is a tiny chance that there will be one near the end or half of December. Because currently there is a massive crane ship on the way to Rotterdam. It's like 300 something meter long, but the cool thing is it's like two ships like tied together by the looks of it, and it's over 140 meters wide or something like that. So it's one of those big crane boys, and I would love to catch that coming into the port of Rotterdam. But yeah, there's so many factors. The pioneering spirit, yeah, that's it. So there's so many factors to it. It has to work out. It has to be daylight, a dry day. It has to be either on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, because those are the only days I can go out. So yeah, a lot of maybes. If not, we'll definitely go to Rotterdam in spring for spotting. So yes, I mean the pioneering spirit. I forgot the name, but 2 people already mentioned it now. Yep. 300 meter is crazy. We had a 400 meter one yesterday, Ian. The craziest thing about the ship is the width, that it's 140 something meters wide. I'm such a nerd. God damn it, Pixie. I'm a ship nerd now. Deal with it. Oh, you saw it 2 months ago? You did a cruise there. Oh, maybe we can do that with the stream. Do a cruise there. You know, there's like these port cruises that you can do. It's 328 meters long and 124 meters wide, yeah. I was here keeping my streak alive. Wind turbines are at different speeds. Yep, one of them has a brake on it. So this is the Eva Sunrise on the way to Hartlepool, UK. Bulk carrier, 180 meters long, 30 meters wide. Built in 2022. Pretty new. She looks fresh from a distance. We'll see when she gets closer. So yeah, definitely some more action on the way now. Yeah, I see Loretta in the distance. I see the Begonia Seaways, the Ro-Ro. I'm still... Oh, I think I see a first shot of the main ship that I wanted to catch today. Yeah, there she is. That is the... I forgot the name again. But yeah, as you can see, it's a very atypical shape for a container ship. So that was my main target to spot today, but she's on her way. So cool to see the land in between. So we'll see her in a minute. The Atlantic Sun. Why do I keep forgetting her name? I'm bad with names. The turbine blades are spinning themselves. Yeah, I've read about that before. Although all the windmills on the other side are really going at it. Yeah, a lot of ship names with sun, sunrise, summer was because of the good weather today. Jump scare was a guy on a scooter. Oh, we got a stream sniper. Is it the Opal? Okay, yeah, Opal. Thanks, Ian. See you next time, dude. You gotta run? Shouldn't you go to bed? You gotta go to sleep. Don't have to run, you have to sleep. Opal, on the way to Antwerp. There we go. Wait, what? On the way to Antwerp? She's taking a wrong turn. She's going towards Vlissingen. I'm gonna have to take it back that she's looking good. As she gets closer, she's looking more and more rusty. I was running from something. Story of my life. Rusties. Ships had to maintain a certain look. What kind of look? Rusty? Meanwhile, I'm getting a ton of text messages. Oh, Mrs. Wyver is giving the shopping list for shopping that I have to do after the stream. Those who are interested, I gotta buy bread, strawberries. What's the word for it? No, is it cranberry? I don't know the word in Dutch and English is. Raspberries, mini cucumbers, and mini carrots. Noted. Okay. You watch Battleship? Did my stream have something to do with that? That you're watching ship film movies now? Is that lunch for the kids? Probably most is for the kids. Bulk Atlantic. Interesting choice to have the letters of her name in blue. Not that visible. Should be easier to see. Yeah, it's not that readable, but holy moly, she sees some rough handling, huh? Look at all the markings on her. Wow. She could use some love. It would take months. I don't know how long you are usually in dry dock. It's probably a few weeks though. In dire need of repainting, yeah. The thing with these scratch marks is that if they really chipped off all the paint, then rust will start kicking in. And I guess the maintenance then becomes even more expensive and time consuming. Where was she going to? If you see, she's going to the UK, Hartlepool. I'm also gonna say that she's empty right now. She's in ballast probably. Going back to the UK to pick up something. The bridge looks freshly painted. Yeah, it's easier to maintain the bridge, I think, than the side, right? The bridge you can do when she's in the water. And yeah, the reason she has all the scratch marks is rough handling in port, being berthed, like having a storm while she's docked, and then she's rubbing against the side. Many reasons why she gets these scratches. Okay, and then we have another smaller, I assume, general cargo ship that's coming by. I think the overlay thingy will be borked and toast as having lunch, so I'll grab this one. I'll do it. Hang on, ship. Zoom out a little bit so I have time to put it on the overlay. What's its number? The number is 9532812. There we go. That should hopefully fetch your info. The Botranga, what a name. Going to Hull. General cargo ship, 118 meters, 16 meters wide. 6.8 meters in the water, going 14 knots. Oh, it's a Dutch ship sailing under the Netherlands flag. That's why it has the orange cranes. She's also a little bit rusty on the hull, huh? She can carry up to 10,510 cubic meters of cargo, and combined, and then 336 TEUs. You'll see to strip. I have no idea how do they like do a chemical product on it that like loosen up the paint and then they scrape it off and then they paint it again. 6 months to a year? Really? Wow. It's crazy. Well, look at her bulge. We can see her bulge. Any bulge emotes? That's a strong bulge right there. I know it's bulb for all of the maritime experts. Are those cranes Liebherr? Liebherr? Oh yeah, it says Liebherr on it. Where's the guy that knows it all? You mean the person who works or works in maritime stuff? All right, it's a little bit busier now. So it's a crane brand, but it's also my freezer. It's also Liebherr, the freezer I have at home. So they do all kinds of stuff. Okay, so we have this one coming in, which was my main interest for the day. I can already see rust spots on her. So we have a rust bucket coming in. Look at those rust spots. And coming from the coast, they're also getting pretty close, well, closer, as the Loretta and the Begonia Seaways. They're chasing each other. And the crane hasn't moved yet. You can see it with my naked eye. Yeah, Loretta is probably the biggest ship that we'll see today. We should have a rust count. Maybe we should have a count for boats that don't have rust on them. I mean, that would be more unique. Rust-free counter. Wait, I should hide. Where are you? There you are. What is that thing? Is that just an inland or is that like a tiny... what are you? A needle scale is used to remove paint and rust. It's a pretty funny thing to use. Seamless self-promo? What are you gonna promote me? Oh, it is just an inland ship. The Monomera. This one is called. Monomera. Oh, sorry. Container ship is looking towards us right now. Oh, the bird flew in the frame. There they are. You have a Tumblr community for ship clips? Really? Interesting. I think if you want better quality clips, by the way, you should clip on YouTube, I think. Holy moly. Wow, that's a big horn. Dude, 120 pounds. Thank you for the 50 euros. It's a big number. Thank you for the support. That pays for the HDMI monitor that I ordered for the stream. Gives us brings us one step closer to the multicam setup. Because that's still my ultimate goal for the stream here, is that we have two cameras. And when they come very close, the ships, I will switch to a more wide-angle camera, so we get a full view of them. I think that will be neat. So thank you for the support. Thank you. They are loud, the ship horns today. It's very quiet here, so maybe as soon as the horn goes. Let's take a little break and say hi to Steven Seagull. He's right over there today. Oh no, he's out of here. Where are you going, Steven? What's the plan here? Dude, now I feel like one of those wildlife photographers. Where's he going? He knows I'm filming. He's trying to avoid being filmed. You know, they're not escaping me, dude. He's leading me to the boat. He's like, keep filming the boat, not me. Still going. I'm gonna leave you alone, Steven. Oh, he's really out of here. He's really going away. Okay. Time to get a 600mm lens. Are you paying? I mean, a 600mm lens would be awesome to like zoom on these far shots like this. Hey, Brew. Let's check out the little orange ship that's going into the canal to Ghent. Nice colors on this one. I like the orange. Looks good. The seagull is on the way to find fish. Nice one, Toast. You went all in on the message. Soaring at 20 knots. It was hatched in the spring of 2021. We could organize a communal bank heist. You guys can bank heist all you want, but I don't have anything to do with it. But I'll gladly receive it. We're going straight into the wind now. Now that the overlay has jumped on it, the Monomera. Type is other. She's exactly 100 meters long and 10 meters wide. It's a very interesting number. Sitting under the Luxembourg flag. Maritime country Luxembourg. Oh yeah, this is the one that I want to see later.
Goeiedag.
Hi. One meter wide per 10 centimeters length. Yeah, it is very metric ship, this one. Nice round numbers. Very satisfying. Yo, Ben Chicken, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hello, Ben Chicken. What was Ben Chicken doing? Yeah, exactly. The maritime country Luxembourg, well-known country with lots of seafronts and harbors. 17°C is a good temperature. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's so nice, the weather, compared to yesterday and the day before that, where I was freezing my legs off. All right, raiders, welcome. You're flight simming. Ah, gotcha. We're ship spotting on the Westerschelde, which is what we usually do on the channel here. This is looking towards the North Sea, where we have this Ro-Ro ship, which is roll-on, roll-off ship, coming our way. So she's coming in a little bit. Behind her is the MSC Loretta, which is a 300-meter long container ship. Nothing good when you follow me. Nice. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, the MSC Loretta, 300 meters. And then we have a very atypical container ship coming from Antwerp, which is on the way. Yo!
The _bin_chicken just subscribed. 1 month, 120 pounds gifted a tier 1 sub to the _bin_chicken.
Oh, that message is fucked up. I need to tweak that. 120 pounds. Thank you for gifting the sub. We appreciate the support again. Coming in big with support today. Thank you. So yeah, this is officially a container ship, but it looks very atypical, right? It has like the big structure in the middle, and then also the structures in between the containers have like these little, I don't know, little pyramids on the sides of the ship. So it's a very atypical container ship. I do like the look of it. It looks very modern. So that one is gonna come later. I think, yeah, the Seaways will be here earlier or quicker. Oh, we're still in zoomed mode. There we go. Let's see about the Bassen met de aanvaardingen. Those Roro ships, fun to watch. Yeah. So we have two very big Roro ports here in Belgium. Well, I'm not in Belgium, but they are going to Belgium. There's one in Antwerp, and then the biggest one is in Zeebrugge. I think there's like daily Roros going in and out of Zeebrugge. So it's absolutely massive, that car terminal. I think Zeebrugge is also on the wish list to go at least once, but I think I'll go to Zeebrugge to spot. Once there is a cruise ship coming in, because Zeebrugge does receive a few cruise ships every once in a while for people that want to visit Bruges. So yeah, Zeebrugge is on the list. It's nice and calm today, absolutely. I like it. The ACL, it's a G4 vessel. They are the first of their kind. Oh, see, I knew it was like multi-purpose with the structure in the middle. I never Googled it. So it's a multi-purpose Roro / container ship. It's the largest of their kind ever built. They incorporate an innovative design when it increases without significant change in dimension of the vessels. These are bigger, greener, and more efficient than their predecessors. The Roro decks are higher up to 7.4 meters and fewer columns, enabling easier loading, and this is like a sales paragraph for the ship. Interesting. Cool. Good info, fella. I like it. Very informative. Look at Loretta making her second stream appearance. I'm sure we've seen her before in one of the streams. So she's now officially a two-timer. The Begonia Seaways, on the other hand, she's like a regular or a resident. Let's say regular on the stream. What sort of shit is it writing down any I've ever seen along with the date? Why do I have to? I have all the video logs for it. All my VODs are on YouTube. ! YouTube, where we're also live, by the way. If you don't like ads. We're also live on YouTube. So the Atlantic is a Conroe ship. Yeah, exactly. But on Vessel Finder, it's marked as a container ship for some reason. Can you search your VODs for Loretta? No, we cannot. But I'm not gonna sit here with a I don't know, a writing pad or whatever, a device to log them. I just can't be bothered with that. You can have the chat. Oh yeah, we could log all the streamomation. Oh, what? I could actually just do it with the ship overlay. Just save it to a database every time you summon one. But I don't overlay all the ships we see, of course. Big brain moment. Well, if I ever have a lot of time, then I'll invest time in it. I'm currently spending my free time setting up a home assistant at my house. I'm automating everything. Sounds like a mod duty. And my mods can do whatever they want. Well, yeah, they can do whatever they want, but they don't have to do anything if they don't want to. I think except for Toast, I've met all of my mods at this point. My active mods, that is. I hear Toast is coming to a TwitchCon Rotterdam next year. Then I'll meet him. You're gonna be hiding from me. You can take the boat there. There's a boat from the UK to Rotterdam. Dude, Uthi knows. We saw her on Sunday, October 20th, when she did Rotterdam, Antwerp as well. There you go. See, I don't need... Dude, that's scary, Toast. I don't need to write it down. Also, people on YouTube, I'm not crazy. I'm not talking to myself. I know there's not a lot of YouTube chat, but we're also live on Twitch, and that is where most of the chatters are going on, and what I'm reacting to. But if you're watching on YouTube and you have a question or anything, just type in the chat and I will read your messages. Yes, he is. Oh, got a little tugboat coming out. Aren't we all a little bit crazy on the inside? I think he's gonna go towards Ghent. How many ships in the world actually stay out permanent out at sea? I think don't they have to come in for supplies and stuff at some point? I mean, there are a few. But can you categorize them as ships? Because there's like these support ships, or I don't know how you call them. There is one that's 450 meters long. I forgot its name. Sorry, which is like a support ship for oil drilling and stuff like that. And that one never comes in because it's too big to go anywhere, I think. It's somewhere in Asia, near Korea, I think it's located. That's one of the longest one in length that exists, the 452 meter one. Melina is coming in again. Yeah, she's also a stream regular ship. Alright. I see the Begonia Seaways is almost here, and then yeah, the ACL is also nicely on the way. But first I think we'll have Loretta and the Begonia come by. Ships on Sunday, did I do a rebrand? You haven't tuned in ages. We've been doing this for the past 2 months now, solid. But yeah, we've shifted focus a bit. I got tired of geocaching, so I found a new hobby. Which relaxes me as well. Do the ships ever beep you? We had one tugboat that honked at us at some point. But that's the only time I've been beeped at. But if you want to hear a ship horn, you can always sub. Then the ship will honk at you. I have direct connection to the ships that come by here. And then I hack into their system, and if somebody subs, their horn will sound. So that is a thing. Yeah, and I was away for Twitch for a while, Solid Sounds. We still have the update command. Look at her leaning. She's literally leaning from the wind hitting her now in her side. You can see the Begonia, so it's the Ro-Ro ship, the front one. She's leaning a little bit because of the wind hitting her straight into the side. You're doing a cruise on an... Dude, where do you get the money to do that? Jesus. Rich man? Never, Bruce. That will never happen. What I will do is say that we're also live on YouTube. So if you want, you can also drop a sub there or watch on YouTube. Maybe it's better quality on YouTube, who knows? Drink some more water. Gotta stay hydrated in this warm weather. Oh, she's leaning all right. I wish you had one of those shoebox ro-ros come by now. They should also be leaning quite heavily with this much wind. It's hot today. I was here 2 days ago. Well, on Saturday and Friday I was here as well, freezing my legs off. So yeah, it's super nice now compared to yesterday and the day before. It was 37 degrees there. Oh my goodness. Ooh, it never gets this warm here, even in summer. But that's good. I would die. Here in Belgium, and I guess in the Netherlands as well, AC is not a standard thing in houses or anything. So if it gets really hot in your house, you're screwed. You saw a cruise ship that's doing a 4-year travel. Yeah. It's cool, right? What, 8 Americans avoiding trauma is present? Oh, is that a new thing? There's also a cruise that left this year from Ireland, but it was like postponed for months because they had tech problems. And that will also be a cruise around the world for the next few years. So how that basically works is you bought a stake into the company or the ship and you actually like own one of the cabins. And then you pay a monthly fee for all the facilities. But yeah, people can be on that ship now for the next 2-3 years, I think. AC is mandatory here these days, I can't imagine. At some point I'll get AC as well, with all the global warming stuff. I'm pretty sure we'll need a AC here in the future. That's what boomers do. It's less expensive than a retirement home. Maybe it is, yeah. And you get to see the whole world. But yeah, as I said earlier today, I would love to do a cruise. But if I do one, I want an outdoor cabin. A cabin with an outdoor view. Not one of those inside the hull cabins. And yeah, those are super expensive. And preferably I would love to do a cruise to Norway, to the fjords and all that area there. Well, here she comes, Begonia. Doesn't need any tugboats because she's very maneuverable by herself. So she'll go into the sluice on her own power without any tugboats helping her. You don't want to spend your time in your cabin? No, but I do want to wake up and be able to look out of a window, like a window out onto the sea or something. I don't know. cruise to Tromsø, that would be nice, yeah. Thanks for the plantain for toast. Is that a ship salt or is that a train? There's also like a ship going all the way to the north of Norway. That would also. I also like trains. I don't like spotting trains or anything, but I love traveling by train. For some reason, I find it very relaxing to use a train to travel anywhere. It is a ferry route, okay. Kind of like a ferry route. Hey, Westerschelde. Really warm today? Yeah, it's such a difference from yesterday. It's almost like day and night. And cruise ships go here a lot. Then it was before it was voids. Ah, that's cool, Pixie. Okay, I'm completely zoomed out. Let's focus on getting her in frame a little bit better. There you go. A luxury train through Europe. Yeah, there's a lot of night trains as well. I would love to do a night train, but they're so expensive if you want like your own cabin. I don't want to lay in a bunk with like 6 other people or 5 other people. No rust. Yeah, indeed. A little bit of rust. What is that over there? What is that over there? That's a little bit of rust. I know it's the anchor, but still, it's rust. But yeah, she's a very clean ship. I don't think I've ever seen them rusted. They are very well maintained, these ships. Danish cleanliness. I got a team together. Yeah, that's another. Yeah, at some point I'll do all that stuff. I don't know. I'll probably keep postponing it, and I'll be like, I'm too old for this. Story of my life. Last dry dock was September this year. Well, that explains why she's looking so fresh. $20 old this year. I've seen this ship like, I'm not gonna exaggerate, I think if I've seen it over 100 times now. Because this one goes all the way up to close to where I live, up towards Ghent. Even if I drive to Ghent, I can see her if she's berthed for loading and unloading. So yeah, this is a very familiar ship for me. Don't see a difference in quality? Shh. The difference in quality is that you don't get ads on YouTube. Don't say that out loud. Don't tell that to Twitch. They don't like that. What does dry dock? Oh yeah, somebody already explained it. Yeah, when they go out of the water for maintenance or repairs. Not yet, anyway. One day, perhaps. No, who knows? Get turbo. Yeah, that's also a way. Get turbo. Subscribe to the channel is also an option. Yo! Just as I said, maybe subscribe.
Worstbrut Inferno just subscribed. 1 month.
I felt it coming, Worstbrut. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Thank you. Perfect timing. Thank you for the support. And there she goes. Disappears around the corner, maybe to be complete. So this is how far I can see. And there she disappears behind the berm or the dike, whatever you want to call it. But we have the Loretta. She's already here. She's going fast. See Toast, this one also has a little emblem on the front. So the Loretta is coming from Rotterdam, 303 meters long, 40 meters wide, 10.2 meters in the water, going at 40 knots right now. Under the Panama flag, built in 2002. Nice to follow someone not from Germany. Jawohl. Das ist gut. Ganz geil, ja. That's how far my German goes for you. Although I can understand a little bit of German, but I can't really speak it. You can see the bulge, the bulb of the... It's cool to see the water go over it, right? Looks really good. The Hamburg Live guys are awesome. Yeah, they are a very big inspiration, for sure. They're not the main reason I started streaming it myself, but they are an inspiration to do it, for sure. Guten Tag, hallo. My Dutch is as good as your German. There you go. She's pretty empty, I would say. Well, I guess because we saw the bulb, it already explains that she's pretty empty. 6,730 TEU can go on that one. But that means 6,730 of these small ones, the little yellow ones, can fit on this ship. Divided by 2 for the bigger ones, the one that's like named the Factor. You only know your favorite food in Dutch? What's your favorite food, Pixie? She is butt heavy though. If you look at her back, she's a lot deeper in the water than in the front. Or the line is not straight, but I think she's just leaning. Satay sauce. Behind the bulb, you see a big dip in the water as water stabilized, thus reducing the drag. You mean the wave she's creating, yeah. The little dip. It's interesting. So the newer ones that we saw a very new Maersk ship here a few weeks ago. And that one had a very, very sharp bow. And that was like almost slicing through the water like a knife. It created almost no wake or waves on the side like this one is. So that was probably even more fluid dynamic than this system. It is the Muffler 3 photos in your Discord. You went to check it out, EG? You're like, I gotta know. Frikandel and Bami schijf. Gotcha. I ate frikandel yesterday, actually. There she goes, the Loretta from sailing under the Panama flag. A very sharp bow, yeah. Almost scary, yeah. I think if it like hits a small sailing vessel, it will like slice it in two. You prefer frikadeller? I don't know what frikadeller is. Never heard of that before. Frikandel oorlog. It rings a bell, but I don't know exactly what it is. It's with a certain sauce, right? I didn't even post it in the food channel. Look at the waves that the broth brought with them. These are waves caused by the Loretta. They're now hitting the sides here. Wow, when we arrived, this whole beach was not visible. And now we are 2 hours and 50 minutes in and the water has fully retracted. You have Steven Seagull sitting here now, he's back. Oh, there's the water. Ah! Gonna have some wet feet now. Mayo, satay sauce and onions. I gotta try that one day. Although wait, satay sauce, isn't that made from peanuts? What is that one? Wait, what are you? It's another bigger one. Ah, it's not that big. Never mind. I'll check it on radar. It is? Yeah, no, I cannot eat anymore. I recently became allergic to peanuts. I always had like a slight intolerance to peanuts. Like when I ate them, I could get horrible belly cramps. But the last time I had peanuts, I woke up with like little dots on my arm. It was like a rash from the peanuts. So we're not gonna dive into that anymore, ever, unfortunately. Is the Egyptio Pisces, the container ship we saw? I might pick that one as well. Pick that up. What the fuck? That's an allergy for you. That's an allergic reaction that I had to the peanuts. You did reach over 40? Hey, I'm not 40 yet. My birthday is on Wednesday. Next week, Wednesday. And I will turn... Wait, how old will I be getting? 37. I had to do the math. Well, I will turn 37 on Wednesday. I'm not 40. Barely out of diapers. Get out of here, Cracky. All right, we're looking at the Atlantic Sun, which is here marked as a container ship, but it is actually a container and a ro-ro ship, so it's a bit of everything. Just under 300 meters, 37 meters wide, currently 10 meters in the water, sailing at 30 knots, Malta flag, built in 2017, and then she's going to Liverpool. She's going to Liverpool in the UK. You are 40 next year? Okay. I do think the average age of my viewers is somewhere between 30 and 50. I think that's like the average age mark of my viewership. Although we do have a few younger people checking as well. Nothing wrong, of course not. Of course nothing wrong with that. I mean, my type of content is not for the people who like to scroll on TikTok. It's long format. It's slow, you gotta slow down. It's above average. You're above average, wow. I wish Twitch would have a little bit more data on that, so I would have a better insight of my my demographic. YouTube gives you that, but Twitch doesn't. Slow TV is where it's at. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. She's definitely, oh my goodness, she's very rusty. Is the YouTube metric is infinitely better. There's so much stats made, you cannot imagine. You think of it and they will have a stat for it. It's crazy. Even though the YouTube channel is still very small, I already get interesting statistics from that. So for all of you who are watching, if you also want to drop a sub on the YouTube, I'm also live there, ! YouTube, feel free. Will give me a better insight in my viewership. You're also above average? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my average age is more like 40 to 60 then. I wouldn't know. She was in Drydock in 3 years ago. Yeah, okay. Are we rust shaming ships? The rust shaming ships show. It's 2024, people. Rust is okay. It's okay until the ship falls apart. All right, it does look like this might be our final ship of the day. Oh no, there's one more coming behind it. Never mind, not our final ship of the day. You're all in luck, there's more coming. Even got overlays. Is that the first time you see the overlay, Cracky? Where have you been? We've had the overlay for the last month. Add outdoor IRL and adult tag to your tags. Why would I do that? That will only influence my ad revenue. That will make it less. You should steer away from those. I've been crunching the numbers on the limited set of numbers I have on Twitch. I've been crunching them quite a bit because I think it's I love numbers. It's interesting. So. And yeah, you should be very careful with tags on Twitch these days, because the wrong tag might get you completely demonetized for ads. And it does pay for a little bit of the stream cost, all the ad revenue. Deadweight tonnage is 45,000 metric tons. But yeah, he is a real rust bucket. I cannot. I mean, we already saw rust spots all the way from in the distance when she was still on the horizon. So this one can carry 3,810 TEUs, so it's the small containers, or 1,307 or ends, 1,307 cars. No hot tub pool stream soon? No, no chance. No, but for those who are on Twitch and are interested in it, Twitch recently made a change to how ad revenue works. And they will now, certain tags, so just the silly tags you put on your stream, can influence your ad revenue. So you have to be very careful now with the tags you put on there. There's some, yeah, we've seen some Mars cross buckets as well. Absolutely. Even the MSC emotes that I added to the channel, or is it MSC? If you would look at them real close, you will also see that was a real rust bucket ship that I screenshotted. We're not there yet, sparking electron, but that could be a thing in the future. Definitely. They give up on painting. I mean, yeah, it's been 3 years. So this is what 3 years of at sea does to a ship. That's crazy. You're such a nerd. Thank you. Ship nerd. That's Mr. Nerd for you. It's a thing on YouTube, yeah. I think the moment I can monetize the YouTube channel, we're also live on YouTube, by the way, ! YouTube, I will have to get rid of the outro music that I have, because that one is copyrighted. Well, we're not there yet for YouTube monetization. YouTube has your actual name. You can hide it though, your actual name. It's somewhere in the settings if you don't like that. The song was The Fat Rat? Yeah, it is. But I think it's copyrighted, if I'm not mistaken. Lil V, what's up? Hello, long time no see. I'll generate something similar for free. That's an option. We'll see what I do. Oh, you think his music is copy? I think my vaults on Twitch have been muted in the past because of you. No, my something on YouTube has alerted me before that it is copyrighted. I don't know. A Toblerone ship? That's one way to call it. such an interesting structure, this ship, right? So you had the containers, and like you had the little pyramid structures in between them. Then I assume the middle part is the ro-ro part. So this is where the cars can be stored, and probably also in the belly. And then some more containers. Definitely rust everywhere. It seems like they tried to patch up a few spots with some fresh licks of paint. If you look at the white squares everywhere. But yeah, she needs some love, I would say. Something cool on the deck. Is that a little speedboat on there, or is that an emergency vessel? The orange thing. It's interesting. Hey, Filemeister. Ah, yeah, it is a ro-ro. There you see on the other side, that's the bridge to so they lower that black piece, and then the cars can roll on and roll off it. Interesting. That explains why it was in the ro-ro section of the port when it left. So I saw it earlier today when the tugboats came towards it, and it was in the ro-ro part of the port. So yeah. Emergency vessel? Yeah, probably. You do have like the big one at the back over there, ready to dive in. So it's going to Liverpool, right? This one? Was it Liverpool? Forgot. It's been on the... Anyway. Yeah, it is Liverpool. Okay. You mean the emergency vessel, Pixie? So Akandas, who was in chat earlier, I don't know if he's still here, he has had training for that, and they actually trained that. So he has been in one of these orange boats when they drop them from a scaffolding, probably for training, and he says it's like hitting a wall. As the wifey and kids, they're doing fine. Dude. A ship merchant from the 1600s. Even though I have to go that far back, I think even just like 50 years ago, ships were so different than they are now. So there's still one more container ship that I want to catch that's coming from Antwerp. That one will be here in a little bit. And then I did see something on the horizon. I don't know. Wait, where did I see it earlier? Is that it? I don't know if it's something. No, it's a small. It just has a lot of white containers, I think. Let me check on the radar. They could have no... Yeah, that's true, that's true. The small motorboat is used in case there's a man overboard. Ah, that's interesting. Oh. Let's see, what is this ship? Oh, no, we're gonna have to be here for a little bit longer. Oh wait, but it's going to Vlissingen. No, never mind. The ship that we saw in the distance is a Chiquita boat. Yes, Chiquita, written like the bananas. So there might be bananas in those containers actually. But it's going to Vlissingen, so it's going into the port over on the other side there. This is the Chiquita Merchant, coming from Panama. Yeah, there's probably bananas in that one. Bananas and cocaine. interesting. So I'll look into it. But yeah, we're very far from ever getting monetized on YouTube, so I'm not worried about it at all. Your two favorite fruits, banana and cocaine. Too bad it isn't gonna come by here. I wonder how much. You want some? Oh, look at her shine in the sun now. The ACL. Ignore all the rust for a minute. She's glowing in the sun. Let's take a look at our final ship of the day then. Sure, if I'm giving it away. I'm not handing out anything. That's an interesting color scheme. Is it an inlander? Yeah. It almost looks like a naval ship. Bedtime for you. Excellent stream as always. Thank you, £100 for all the support, dude. Have a great night. Yeah, so the gray made me think it was like a military vessel or something, because those are usually gray. But yeah, the big ship that's coming is a bigger ship. So this is the small one? Probably. Yeah, Desio. On the way to Zeebrugge. There we go. It's a container ship. There are containers on board. Well, we'll see her come by if she's going to Zeebrugge. And then behind her, if the AI overlay can catch up. The GPO 5Cs. Wait, I'll wait for until the ads are done. Well, anyway, you can read it on the overlay. On the way to Rotterdam. So a little short trip for her. 164 meters long. Currently 11 meters on the water, so she's pretty deep. Going 60 knots. Liberia flag, built in 2005. Just looking on radar if there's anything other big coming in the next little while, but I think this might be our final ship of the day, the GPO Physis. For the regulars, next stream will be on Friday. Unless, of course, as always, if there's anything cool popping up during the week and I'm available, I might head out to catch it, of course. So do always turn on. Well, I highly recommend turning on alerts, either on the bell icon on YouTube, the alert icon. Is it also a bell on Twitch? I think it's also the bell icon on Twitch. Or if you want, you can also join the Discord, where there's some boat talk every once in a while, and also alerts when I go live. So there's that. Oh yeah, EGL, I'll check your photos now. Hang on. I won't see chat, but it's okay. So EG is one of our viewers who lives on the other side of the... Ooh, there's a lot of talk in here. Nice. Where's the photos? Oh, there it is. The Matador 3. Oh yeah, there she is. Confirmed. Oh, dude. I was mixing up the Matador with the Cormorant. The Matador is not parked around the corner here. It's the Cormorant or something. That is parked around the corner. Twitch, the alerts are on by default, so don't press the bell icon. Well, if you've turned them off. I feel like usually the pop-up streams are the most interesting ones if you're really interested in seeing big or special ships, because yeah, I will only do a pop-up stream if there's something really cool that's gonna come by. Yeah, I can clearly see it. Yeah, but so there's also a crane ship that's usually parked around the corner here on the canal towards Ghent, which is called the Cormorant. And that one is yellow. I was mixing those two up. My bad. All right, final little shippy of the day. Let's maybe look at the Desio for a little bit. Yeah, really interesting that it's a gray ship. Not many of those except for the Navy. Well, I should say military vessels. Also, when we're back next week, I'll finally have the HDMI monitor. So hopefully that can improve the quality of the stream a little bit more even. I'm gonna have my own little tower. It would be nice to have like a little thing to sit in out of the wind and like with a little bit of heating. I mean, I'm only one device away, no, and two devices away from being able to use two cameras. That was the ultimate goal. So probably somewhere in the beginning of 2025 we should end up with a multicam setup, hopefully. And it will be especially cool when the bigger ships come by here, because then you'll have a better understanding of how massive they actually are. Are we getting drone? No. So for those of you who don't know it, the whole river here, all the way from Antwerp to the coastline, is classified as nature reserve. So apparently 500,000 ton ships can go through this canal to this nature preserve, but you cannot fly a drone above a nature reserve. So officially it's illegal to fly your drone in it. Does that mean people don't do it? No. I've seen many shots of drones flying like really close to some of these big boats. So it happens. Can I fly a balloon? If I have a license for it, yes. As to fill it in the VTS on the other side of the canal. I mean, I could ask, you probably mean this one, right? Ask the people if I can just chill on the roof there, maybe? Oh, that would actually be sick to stand there on the roof. But that's closed off, you cannot reach that thing, it's all fenced off. Okay. It would be cool to have at some point a few contacts from the port, or maybe, I don't know, we'll see how if the stream keeps growing, I think beautiful things can happen. But let's take it slow and grow. Slowly, just like the boats do. Another blacked out bridge, you know what that means? The captain is naked in the bridge. Not sun protection, he just wants to be naked. My spot is good, but there's other spots along the river that I want to definitely do when the weather improves again. Statler, thank you for the sub, and catch you next time. Next time will be Friday. I need an exit plan, say I reach 1.5 million subs. Wishful thinking. I mean, if this ship spotting channel grows to 1 million subs, I'll be able to do it all across the world, right? We should have the budget to do it everywhere then. That would be sick, to travel the world and see the ports. Then we could go spot some very special ships in special places. Ooh. Anyway, we can dream, but... Ooh, this is also a really rust bucket. Oh, go spotting at the Panama Canal. Oh, that would be sick. That would be really sick. And dangerous, probably. Egypt would even be harder, because we all know Egypt hates everything that has anything to do with a camera. Ship sailing across the sand, yeah, I know. Panama seems fine. The Strait of Gibraltar, do you think there's a lot to see there? Maybe. It would be cool to do a trip to like where they build the ships, for example. If we could have like a vantage point at a ship wharf, that would also be interesting, I think. Anyway, nice dreaming. Well, let's just enjoy the ship for now. Yeah, Hamburg and Bremerhaven and what is it, Brunsbüttel, where they enter towards Hamburg. I think that's also a good spot. I think the next, if we go to a different location that's not the Westerschelde River where we are right now, the first thing will be Rotterdam for sure. There's many good spots in Rotterdam, and also yeah, it's the biggest port in Europe, so there's a lot of traffic there. Well, she definitely needs some love as well. Look how rusty she is. Shanghai, that's the biggest port in the world. I don't know how easy it would be to stream in China as a foreigner. Cuxhaven, yep. They're also close to shore there. Noted. Noted. Good one to remember. The Lantong, yeah, that's a very popular spot. One trip at a time, one follower at a time, or one subscriber on YouTube at a time. Look how rusty she is. Dry dock next year. Yeah. Highly needed, highly needed. How old is she? Scroll up. 2005. Okay. This is the worst of the day. Yeah, this might be the most rusty one that we've seen so far today. Although the ACL was also very rusty, but yeah, this looks worse for sure. Hey, Merton. That's for Amsterdam, right? The entrance way to Amsterdam, Amuiden. Yeah. All right. Chatterinos on this beautiful view. I think it's time to wrap up. There's no other big boys coming so far. We had a nice set of ships come by. The weather was very enjoyable. I'm afraid when I come back next Friday, the weather will be a lot colder. Next Sunday, next Friday, yeah. Next Friday is the next stream. As I said, if you haven't followed yet, drop a follow on Twitch or a sub on YouTube or both. I would love you for that. Next stream on Friday. Join the Discord if you want to talk more ship stuff. And other than that, yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. A lot of support today as well. So, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.